Getting ready. Hey, welcome to another great episode of the AV App Show on avnation.tv. I'm your host, Matt D. Scott, joined by my good friend, Hi-Fi. Say hello, my friend.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey. It's been a wonderful time. We're in, December, and snow's falling at least up here. Maybe some snow down in Nashville. What do you, maybe, sort of, kind of.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. But anyways, we've got a wonderful app for you today that I gotta say I'm really excited to show because it's something that uh, you know I think is really has a lot of great potential to take off. So let's dive right in, shall we? You cool?
Please do.
All right, let's rock. All right, today we are looking at the CrowdMics app. This is a not necessarily a brand new app, but a pretty new app. It's been out for only a little while. So what this lovely app does is it allows you, excuse me, to use your audience's cell phones or mobile devices as audience mics or as audience participation devices. It's really stinking cool. So here's the only caveat. You, as the presenter, must provide a Wi-Fi that you're on and that you will allow your uh, event guests to join, and then you've got to create an event. So we're going to shoot right in and create an event rocking from this side. So we're going to call this lovely event. Whoops, the AV App Show.
Hmm.
AV Apps. We're going to give it a lovely passcode, very hard to crack, of 123. Now, given the free version, the crowd member limit, as you can see right there on your screen, is limited to 20. But you can pay for services that allow you to do more audience participation members than that. But let's kick this off right here, right now. So we've created the app, or I'm sorry, we've created the event, we've given the passcode, but currently we have no request to talk. So what I'm going to do is log in with my other device, which you can't see at the moment, but it shows that I have the actual event. Type in the passcode, and boom, I am there and good to go. And look, my name pops
Ooh,
up.
it's
This,
you.
yeah. So what you're seeing right now is you're seeing the presenter view, and on my iPhone I'm using the guest view. So I can come in, click that button. When I select it, gives me the ability to speak. Hold it to talk, and you're good to go. You can mute the individuals, you can add it, you can also add open mic so that anybody can pop in and talk at any time. Now, I don't know, can you hear that, Phil?
I can. It's obviously being put through all kinds of
All kinds of
compression and yeah, weird
googly
everything.
garbage because we're screen sharing and that's not the best method to do this at. But it's incredibly effective. You can also add in comments and say, wow, this app is amazing.
This app is pretty amazing, dude.
It is really amazing. Now, I have yet to, and see it pops up right there. I sent the comment. Well, this app is amazing. You can set polls and get all kinds of audience participation, which is really stinking cool, if I may say so myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whoop, uh, show you what it looks like from the other side if I can real quick. I'm just going to create another app. That's Matt's phone. And we'll use the same complicated password again, and boom. So now the side you're seeing is the sorry, you're seeing the side if you were a guest. So previously you saw the other end. So again, here it is. You get the request to talk. They can activate it. Hold to speak. Oops, and I crashed the app. But notwithstanding, it is a really, really stinking cool app that I gotta say, a very big fan of. Uh, I've been playing with this all night, and that was honestly the first time I had it crash. Not really sure what happened there, but again, we're screen sharing, and I'm sure that did not really help with it. But I've started to play with this in the field a little bit. We haven't actually used it for an event, but we've played with it, and the audio quality coming out of an iDevice has been really good. So I'm very, very impressed with the capabilities of this app.
Cool, man. Yeah, and so for distribution purposes, is there some sort of feedback? I mean, I'm assuming that you can do voice lift in the room locally, right? If it's just feeding out of your iDevice through a stereo mini, right?
Exactly, and that's the concept, is that you hook up your iDevice to your PA system, your sound reinforcement system, and it literally becomes a bunch of devices, so that you have your audiences. They have a question, they put their hand up, stand up with their iPhone, push the button, and they talk into their mic, and it distributes throughout the entire event. And it looks to me to be a very not only stable app, but a fairly decent audio quality app, especially considering the other options, which are have one or two mics that are either run around the room or placed on stands, or um, have somebody shouting in the middle of an event center to try to get their question asked. You and I were recently in a event a couple months ago where they had that young lady running around trying to catch the mics, and people were talking before the mic came and after the mic came, and it was just very complicated, a little disorganized. Something like this, where you have instructions and maybe even a QR code to scan and download the app going in, would be very, very effective.
Yeah, man. I can tell you in my, on my side, on the professional side, we've deployed a few of the Bosch conference delegate systems,
Yep.
as well as the Shure digital conference systems, and they sound great. But not only are they not free, as this app is, but in fact they're very, very far from free. One of the pricier items, particularly if you're deploying 12 to 15 to 20 of them in a room, not even to mention a hundred, 100 person, 100 participant type conference. Yeah, these things are not cheap. So this app seems pretty happening, man.
Well, yeah, and considering that you can get, for unlimited sessions for a week, i.e., if you're doing a conference event, you can have 50 participants for $50 to cover that week, or 100 for 100, 200 for 198, and if you need more than 200 participants, they do have some special pricing available to you, as well as enterprise pricing and all that other jazz. It's one of those things where uh, I've used the Shure system a couple of times. I know a fair amount about the Bosch system, and it makes sense, but it's also a slightly different, in my mind, a slightly different application. This is much more your, just more grassroots, more smaller system, where they're not having that bankroll to have an installed system such as that. This is something that your local presenter who's doing talks, or heck, even your local political candidate, could use as they go around to smaller venues. Because again, let's be honest, even if you have 500 people in the room, you might only get participation from, say, maybe 50. I think that's kind
Sure.
of the fairly standard system, unless maybe if it is political, then everybody wants to talk. But I gotta say, this is a really cool, given the price point. This is a very, very cool system, and has a lot of capability, I think.
It does. This might be perfect for house of worship, where you've got a board of elders or something that meets on a regular basis. Any type of boardroom situation where you've got, eight, 8 to 10 participants, and maybe don't want to shell out the money for again some of those pricier solutions. This could be a perfect item.
Well, yeah, and I even see it for, especially talking house of worship in those larger events where you've got a fair number of people in the congregation, and you're essentially having an open discussion about certain topics. This might be something that could be utilized very effectively, as well as even in the academic realm. I can see it being, again, maybe not always used, but as a secondary system to augment rooms that don't have that Shure or that Bosch system, just as examples in place. I find this to be a fairly effective system and definitely a very, very cool app.
Yeah, it is. It is one of the cooler apps I think we've gotten our hands on.
Yeah, I like it a lot. So what do you say you and we go ahead and we rate this app
Let's rate
in,
it.
yeah, what scale shall we use?
Tiny phone microphones?
Tiny phone microphones. I like it. My iPhone has two. One in the front, one in the back for noise canceling.
Right.
Let's go ahead. What do you, I drove this one. I liked it a lot. Again, I haven't been able to make it crash other than obviously during the demo when we were also utilizing the Wi-Fi for our screen share. What do you say? I gotta say, I feel like it's probably a 4.5.
Yeah, man, I'd go absolutely all the way up to 4.5. If I hadn't have seen it crash, then we could have been in 5 territory. Who's to say?
I know. I must say one thing that I notice more than most is it looks great and it functions. It's very clean, very slick. There's no, bloatware on it. So I'm very happy with a 4.5. It makes me happy to see that. So definitely check this app out. Check this app out. You can find more information at crowdmics.com or search for it in the iOS store and download a thing and give it a test run. You
True.
dig?
True dat.
True dat. All right, man. Let's sign this off. Where can the good folks find you?
You can find me over on Twitter at @the_AV_pro. Find me at my website, theavprofessional.com. Find me on YouTube at youtube.com/highfidelity, HIPHIDELITY. So find me on avnation.tv on my other show, Technology Rap, where I'm delivering the technology news as only I can in rhyme form.
In rhyme form. It's a great show. I got to give you mad props for that. It's wonderful and always a good time. You can find me online at Matt D. Scott or Omega Audio Video. Pretty much search for either one of those, and you can find me on pretty much every social network site, as well as the websites, OmegaAudioVideo.com and MattDScott.com. More importantly, or in addition to that, because definitely I want you to follow me, hit us up on Twitter. Let's have a conversation. Visit the website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv, where you can find this show, past episodes of it, as well as future episodes to come, as well as a bunch of other shows that we have, including Tech Rap, which is a phenomenal show. Check it out. Other than that, yeah, definitely hit us up. You can catch not only our shows, but also blogs and commentary from other industry professionals that are working every day and also giving you some insights, as well as, of course, our trade show coverage. Hopefully you'll get a bunch of coverage from ISE, which is coming up in a little bit. If not, stop by our Kickstarter and help us get there. But other than that, that's it for today. Hopefully you have a great rest of the week, and we'll be back soon to get you another app. All right? Perfect. You good?
Oh, yeah, dude. Great.
Beautiful. All right, man.
All right, man. Good stuff. 3 in the can. Surely George will be happy now.
Hopefully. I don't know. I have a massive chain email that I haven't touched yet.
The network for the AV industry.
What are you listening to?
This
This is AV.
This
is AV Nation.
This is AV Nation.